Hello everyone, my name is Nicole.
And I'm Andy, hi. Welcome to this part of the Singer-Songwriter video series. And in this part, we're going to talk about the places in which we write songs, right?
Exactly, yeah. I don't know about you, but I personally love to get into nature, just to calm down, get away from all the busyness and all the distraction that can go on outside in the normal life, really.
Because songwriting is special.
Yeah, exactly.
And we want to go somewhere special to make this special thing happen.
Yeah, and also to kind of focus on what's really important, what's really on your mind, just to really get into the right mindset for songwriting.
Sure. And to be honest, the spark, the initial idea for a song can come anywhere, like in the shower or while you're shopping or should
Absolutely.
be doing some other kind of work.
Yeah.
And there are many places in which you can start that inspiration. So we thought in this video we'd show you some other places in which that initial spark could happen. Sometimes finding a comfortable place to write can come out of necessity, and I actually quite like to write on public transport when I'm going between job to job, because I could sit here and read something or play something on my phone, or I could use the time to create something. And I actually find watching people go by and living their lives to be very, very inspiring. So I have a pen and a pad with me, and from there comes a song idea sometimes.
What I also really like to do is just sit down in a nice cafe and look out of the window, because there is so much going on outside. There are people either rushing or having like a chill day in the sunshine, people talking, and there are so many emotions and feelings that you can pick up and just write down, and you can look back at your notes later and just make a song out of it. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Just going to observe the outside world.
So we've got all these ideas for songs together, these sparks of inspiration, and it's very important in these stages that we don't edit any of that. It's just pure creation, but the editing has to begin at some point.
Absolutely, or otherwise it's just going to be super overwhelming and you're just left with thousands of ideas and you don't really know where to start, and that can stop you from writing a song. Like, I've been there before, that I've had so many ideas that I was like, okay, I don't really know what to pick. There's just so much on my mind.
And that's why we shouldn't edit at the beginning stages, because something that might seem total rubbish at the start might be the one thing that becomes a song at the end.
Absolutely.
Because of how you're feeling.
And that's also why we should never throw any ideas away, because there might come that one day that you're like, oh, yep, that's what I want to write about today.
Yeah.
I think that's also really important.
And also, for me, it's strange if you create the lyrics or the music or melody or something first, or as a guitar player sometimes it's a riff, you know, for like a rock song, and riffs should never be thrown away because they can fit other songs way, way in the future. So do you have a bank of ideas, like a box or something?
I'm actually a paper and pen kind of girl. Like, I like to write my songs with a pen and paper. I don't know why, I need that physical writing.
Yeah, me too. It hits. I know you can edit with some word processing or even on the phone, but I think that having the organic thing of just actually taking it from your mind and then it appearing, some way the electronic way doesn't work for me.
Yeah.
And I think I do use my phone for recording ideas.
Absolutely. And just for the sparks, you know?
Yeah.
Just because sometimes when you're on a bus, for example, in a cafe, and you might not have like a piece of paper or a pen in front of you, and then you just take out your phone and just note it so you don't forget it.
Yeah.
I think that's really annoying if you've got like a super amazing melody in your mind and then you're at home and you're like, okay, what's that melody sounded like? So
yeah, we have a whole different world from now on, and I think it's really cool that you just accept there are no rules when songwriting, but then you have to explore the self-discipline to turn these ideas into song.
Definitely.
You have these ideas on paper or some still in your head, and then I think it depends on your emotional state to start turning this into a song. So you can choose a way for those ideas to go, and you go with it because then the song needs to come out. And I think it's at that point, for me, that the songwriting process actually begins.
Sometimes I even get stuck with my songwriting before even looking at the ideas that I've collected, because I just don't feel inspired playing the guitar. And I've been owning my guitar for 10 years. I wrote a lot of songs on it, but sometimes it just feels like I've played every single chord that this guitar can offer or has to offer. So for me, what helps is just picking up a different guitar. I feel like every guitar has its own song, and sometimes, although I'm not very good at it, I even like to play the piano just to get like a different, you know, a different perspective, maybe even.
It's the same notes, it's just for some reason it's different.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm a bit of a gearhead anyway, and I believe that every guitar or every instrument has a song in it.
Yeah.
But sometimes you wear that out.
Yeah,
you know, it has no more songs in it.
Yeah.
And also, like, dreaming of dream guitars. This one, for example, was, you know, I feel special holding it because it's something you aspire to owning as an instrument. And you have pictures and posters, and you've seen famous people playing these things. And it's not as if the instrument's that much better. It's just it opens up something inside me.
Yeah.
The song is in me somewhere, and it needs to come out.
Yeah.
And really, the guitar is just the partner for me.
And I feel that sometimes, even if you don't own like several guitars, just getting hold of a guitar somewhere, maybe from a friend or in a shop or wherever, and trying it out and just getting new ideas, you can then take those ideas and bring them to your old guitar, for example, and it's gonna make you feel differently, I believe.
So picking up this new instrument, be it a dream guitar or a piano that I can't play, or even drums or something, the fact that I can't play it actually helps me because it makes me be creative, it makes me pay attention exactly to what I'm doing, and it really brings forth new ideas.
In the end, it doesn't really matter where you write the song as long as you're comfortable, and I personally like to choose the comfiest place of them all, which is my bed. And I just sit down, I play the guitar. I even like to write on the back of my guitar, obviously not on the back of my guitar, but I just like to lay down a piece of paper and I write so I can quickly change back to playing. And yeah, that's just my safe place. I think that's very important, that you just feel comfortable and secure and wonderful.
It's quite similar for me too. I like to be away from people, on my own, somewhere I feel safe where there's no distractions or interruptions. Also, I feel quite vulnerable when I'm writing songs, and I want to make sure that the song is finished before anyone else hears it. So I need to be alone and away from people. If I can hear people around me, knowing they can hear me, I'm not in the zone of songwriting. Also, maybe the song isn't finished until I've performed it live at a gig. So maybe you have a similar situation, so go out and find your comfy place, your cozy place in which you feel safe to write songs.
And if you've already found it, please let us know where you like to write your songs in the comments down below.
And while you're down there, give us a nice thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see the rest of this series. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.